Rep. Larry Romero is under more pressure than ever.
The El Paso Times even calling for his resignation. Their investigation showed he allegedly tried to get the city to fire its financial advisors to hire one of Romero's former business partners.
Tonight, ABC 7 wants to know if the city should ask the Ethics Commission to look at the issue. We reached out to all the city reps. Only a few responded. City Rep Michael No said he'd have to check if Romero was truly trying to get his former business partner Noe Hinojosa hired. And Carl Robinson says he still needs all the facts, but says the Ethics Commission should review it to clear the air. City Rep Claudia Ordaz says the city could benefit from an internal investigation.
We went to Romero's office to give Romero a chance to respond. Romero declined to answer our questions and instead sent us a statement criticizing the El Paso Times for, quote, jumping into the campaigning business. Quote, El Paso deserves better. Voters know that I take my job seriously and my commitment is to them and my district.
Rep Romero goes on to say, I look forward to having this conversation with the community. The Times has crossed the line. Enough is enough. We will be there as he has that conversation with the community and answers questions about that conflict of interest that, according to the Times, he failed to report.
As we've reported, Romero pushed for the city to fire its financial advisors earlier this year, allegedly because he was upset over how the ballpark financing turned out. But our Maria Garcia has obtained an email showing what appears to be a political favor that cost the city $22 million. Maria is live with a story you'll see only on ABC 7. Maria.
Hi, Estelle. Remember, when the city got in debt for the ballpark, it was supposed to get a really good deal on the financing, but it waited too long to sell the bonds. And an email from former city manager Joyce Wilson confirms they waited until after the 2013 mayoral election, and the decision was made behind closed doors.
We were ready to go, and there was a decision made by management after consulting with city council members to wait until after the election. And that was a critical time frame.
That's City Attorney Sylvia Firth last week. She told City Council the main reason the city lost out on $22 million was because the former city reps decided to delay selling the ballpark bonds until after the municipal election. That's when ballpark supporter Rep. Steve Ortega was running against Oscar Leeser for mayor. I just obtained this 2013 email through an open records request. In it, former city manager Joyce Wilson details for the city attorney the reason some city reps agreed to delay the sale of the bonds. Among them, the election and the potential for bad publicity, quote. Several council members raised concerns about the timing of this activity in relation to the upcoming general election, specifically because of the ongoing controversy over the project. Specifically, no one said that a delay would be harmful to the financing or project costs. Further, I advised the former mayor and mayor pro tem of this request, and both concurred it was better to hold off until after the general election if it was practical to do so, end quote. It was this email that now City Manager Tommy Gonzalez says prompted him to stop the firing of the city's financial advisors, saying this made it clear it was not the financial advisors' fault the city lost out on the $22 million.
Steve Ortega tells me he never asked or knew the city delayed the bonds because of his election. The mayor and mayor pro tem Wilson referred to in her email are John Cook and Ann Morgan Lilly. Wilson today told me the election issue only delayed the process a couple weeks, but as you heard from Firth, that was a critical time. Back to you.
Maria digging deep tonight to get answers. Thank you very much. Now to county